Images coming in from Turkiye and Syria are horrific, to say the least. Buildings turned into rubble in a matter of seconds. Thousands of lives lost. Loved ones gone forever. This comes as a wake-up call. Do we know enough about earthquakes? We'll try to answer some of the questions. Let's start with the basics and understand why earthquakes occur. To put it very simply, it happens when tectonic plates get stuck at their edges due to friction. Once stress builds up, energy is released, which causes earthquakes. Can we predict the date and time of earthquakes? A simple answer is no. Experts say that it's nearly impossible to predict an earthquake. It's because of the complexity of the Earth's crust. There are some technologies available, like hazard mapping. It can tell you the likelihood and the epicenter of an earthquake, but predicting the exact time is tricky. Advanced warnings can come in seconds or in some cases minutes before an earthquake strikes. We live in a technologically advanced world. We can predict weather. We can predict markets. So why is it that we still can't predict an earthquake? Prediction requires extensive mapping. It requires analyzing the planet's crust. Every stress point needs to be marked. This is to figure out which ones might be close to rupturing. But we simply don't have the required technology for this. Despite this, scientists have tried to predict earthquakes. They use several methods, like picking up cues from animal behavior, radon emissions, and even electromagnetic signals. Some results were promising, but none were reliable. They were not able to predict the exact time, location, and magnitude of an earthquake. Top organizations across the world have failed at this. So we've understood the problem. What is the solution? The United States Geological Survey has figured out a way. It might not be able to predict earthquakes in the foreseeable future, but it introduced something called Shake Alert. It's an early warning system. It sends a notification before an earthquake. This notification comes around 20 seconds to 1 minute before an earthquake strikes. Using field station sensors, the intensity of the shaking can be detected. This tech can also predict where the shaking will go, and the entire process takes around 5 seconds. Efforts are on to bring this tech to the states of California, Oregon, and Washington in the US. Maybe something similar could be used in the rest of the world. This tech can only give you a heads up of a few seconds before an earthquake, but those few seconds might make all the difference. Now to what you need to do in the event of an earthquake. Remember these simple words: drop, cover, and hold on. Drop down on your hands and knees. Cover your head and neck. Take shelter under a sturdy table or desk, and hold on until the shaking stops. If you're indoors, stay indoors. Do not run outside or to other rooms. You're less likely to be injured if you stay put. Keep away from glass, hanging objects, bookcases, or any large furniture that could fall. Grab something to shield your head and face from falling objects. If you're in bed, stay there and protect your head with a pillow. If you're in a high-rise building, do not use elevators. If you're outside, stay outside. Move away from buildings, sinkholes, gas lines. Run to open areas. Get down low and stay there till the shaking stops. The earthquakes in Turkey and Syria were devastating. Let's take a look at the deadliest earthquakes since 2000. In 2001, the Indian state of Gujarat witnessed a 7.7 magnitude earthquake. More than 20,000 people were killed and over 37 million were affected. In 2003, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake hit the Iranian city of Bam, killing more than 31,000 people. 80% of the infrastructure was damaged. A year later, Indonesia witnessed a strong 9.1 magnitude earthquake. It hit the island of Sumatra. The earthquake had triggered a tsunami. Over 230,000 lives were lost. In 2005, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake had struck Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. More than 75,000 people were killed and over 3 million were displaced. In 2008, the Chinese province of Sichuan was hit by a 7.9 magnitude earthquake. More than 87,000 lives lost. Out of this, more than 5,000 were children. In 2010, a 7 magnitude earthquake hit Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. Over 200,000 people were killed. 1.5 million left homeless. In 2011, Japan witnessed a 9 magnitude earthquake that lasted 6 minutes. It triggered a nuclear disaster at the Fukushima nuclear power plant, after effects of which are still very much felt. More than 18,000 people were killed. And in 2015, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit Nepal. Almost 9,000 lives lost. The earthquake triggered avalanches and landslides. So many lives lost, houses shattered, dreams broken. Turkey is the most recent example of this. Being aware and knowing the basics is important, because every life lost in a natural disaster is one too many.